Hey guys, this is Mr. Rockhopper here, and I just wanted to bring you some Black Ops 2 gameplay of me playing on the new Vengeance map pack on the map Detour. And I didn't really have too high of expectations for this game, especially since this is my first time. And when I first saw this map on the preview, I didn't think I'd like it, but it ended up working out to my strengths. But so just wanted to bring you this, and I just wanted to talk briefly about my thoughts on all the news coming out. It seems like on a daily basis, like pre, during, and post E3, it's just been crazy. And I don't know if you guys heard or not. You probably have, but with Don Matrick, the one of the head guys at Xbox, he quit the other day, and you can't help but think it's because of all the criticism that I got. I mean, he was the guy that presented the Xbox One, and then just a couple weeks later, he quits. So that's kind of it just feels like a big blow. But I know that there's still a lot of people that are gonna want the Xbox. But I, for me personally, I grew up more with the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2, and I really like those games. I really like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, and then like Metal Gear Solid 2 and Final Fantasy 10 for the PlayStation 2. But then I got out of video games, and but and I had a little hiatus. But then I got back into it, and when I was debating whether to get like an Xbox 360 or a PS3, like the 360 was cheaper. I wanted to try Halo, and I heard good things about it, and the controller felt nice, and I eventually got into online play and like the cross game chat. It all seemed like a better deal, but I always like to reevaluate the status of it, of my position on each system, because I could only afford one, and see what would be best for me, and then what would be best for my family and whatnot. But not to go with the crowd, just being mad at Xbox. I don't hate Xbox or anything, and I, I I'm far from a fanboy. I wanted to give them both a chance to speak what their vision was and where they're going, and listening to the head like executives of each system there. I just really liked what I heard from Mark Cerny's. Well, he's had several interviews, but then he was recently giving like a 45-minute speech on like his career of from Atari to Sega to another thing to PlayStation, and his growth there and what he's learned, and all the things from him graduating early to being heavily involved with Universal Interactive Studios and Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and those were some of my favorite games, and I still like playing those. So I just really enjoy him, listening to him talk, because he's the kind of guy that just really knows what he's talking about, but you get the sense that he's just kind of like, for lack of a better term, a mad scientist, because he knows all the ins and outs of it, and he knows how to make it turn out pretty well. And he his vision was to make it simple to get into, to get for developers to make a usable engine within a month or two of development for a game, which is what they used to do for the original PlayStation. And then the PlayStation 2, it was like 3 to 6 months, and then like PlayStation 3, it was like 6 months to a year. So like they couldn't. It took time to do all that, and I don't know what the status is for the Xbox One or even the Xbox 360 for that kind of thing. But I can't help but think that with Mark Cerny's experience with that, it has the potential to have some really great games, and it doesn't necessarily take like the whole span of the system to come up with that. So it looks promising to me, and and then hearing from Jack Tretton, who seems for a CEO of such a large company, he seems pretty down to earth, and both both Jack Tretton and Mark Cerny admitted like their mistakes that they made, especially with the PlayStation 3, and it seems like they've learned their lesson, and it seems like the lessons that they learned are what Xbox is in the process of learning now, or hopefully they're learning. Because I want both of them to do well. When they're both doing well and there's competition, that's when more people are going to be involved, and it's there'll be some bickering and whatnot, but it's good for business, whatever business that is, to have at least two major companies going at it to fight over for your attention and to get the best product possible. So it turns out to be the best thing for us and stuff. But I also wanted to update you guys. I wanted to try to post more frequently because I had like a week hiatus of after the inappropriate Ninja Turtles video that took me 10 hours to edit. So I was just like a little daunting to do all the editing, but I still love those quick little videos, to the highlights that kind of almost seem like they flow like a conversation. But I want to upload some variety of videos, like maybe a little commentary like this, or just an unedited thing like I did for my last video, or little highlights of my friends raging. But yeah, I have some of those coming up. But hope you guys enjoyed, and just let me know what you think about the next gen stuff, and hope you have a good one. Thanks for watching.